side. There's one right in front of us. He's walking to us. I'm gonna let him walk down there. He went down right there, didn't he?
I'm Jeremy Atkins, and welcome to Big and J's The Giving Right.
Brought to you by Bone Collector with my little buddy, Kenneth.
Never, ever apologize for your God-given right to hunt. When I think about giant whitetails, Illinois is one of the states that comes to mind. And the county is Pike County. And this week, we're gonna be hunting with a really good friend of mine, Rusty Camp. Rusty is originally from Mississippi. Went up there hunting and liked it so well, he stayed. But we're not only gonna be hunting with Rusty, but we're also gonna be in camp with Mark Heck and Craig Spencer. And look, Illinois has been really, really good to me in the past, and I'm hoping it's gonna be good to me in the present. You ain't got no jigs, one of them strike rights?
Oh, there's a few in there.
Is Bill McKay still fishing with these things?
Yeah. Yep. He'd be mad he knows you's up here hunting. Don't tell him.
I won't. I won't tell him at all, I promise.
I was up there with him one day and he said, "You got some land up there to hunt on?" I said, He said, "Yeah." "You didn't tell me you hunted." I said, "Can't tell everybody." That's funny.
Well, where do you think about putting us this afternoon there, A-1 guy?
Let's see. We'll probably put you move up to the C+ hole today.
Oh, to the C+
Yeah,
hole?
because you got the D this morning, it didn't work out, so we're gonna move up to the C+.
Okay.
So then if the C+ don't work, then we'll have to keep going up the ladder.
Okay.
See how it goes.
Okay.
You don't want to spoil them right off the bat.
Spoil me, man.
Bad
Spoil
business.
me.
Bad business.
I've had a tough year. Spoil me. Oh, you can blindfold me. I don't care.
That might be a good idea. Spin you around in a circle.
Yeah. Well, I got a little 250 grain Hornady projectile that I'd like to send down range at some point. So if you ready, I am.
We can send it on. Alright, well, we need to probably get going.
Well, here we go. I'm fixing to go and climb in a tree with 50-mile-an-hour winds, and my buddy Mark Heck is gonna go sit in a Tahoe with the seat heaters on.
I can see our blind from here. Seriously, the wind's really bad for our blind out there. It's blowing westerly right up to the hillside of where all these deer come off of, so it's just be a waste of our time, but more importantly, it'll screw up our hunt for tomorrow morning, which is gonna be on top. We don't want to spook those deer. So that's why we're sitting here tonight. It's taken every ounce of discipline I have not to be in that tree stand, but if we get up there with this wind, it will screw those deer up for tomorrow morning. So we're gonna sit here tonight. It's hard to do, but it's the best move. It's a little cold out there. Turn that heat up a little bit, Kenneth. Look at that, Kenneth. 80 degrees, baby.
Good luck. I'm gonna grab my backpack. This morning it was 71 degrees and we got out of the truck a while ago, it was 45. So that's a pretty drastic change in about a 3-hour change. So anyway, I just got a text a while ago from Mark, and him and Tyler, they're so hardcore that they're sitting in the Chevrolet this afternoon on the side of a cornfield taking inventory. They're not hunting, they're just taking inventory. I've taken inventory before too. What that means is you're sitting in a warm Chevrolet Tahoe with the heated seats on with a pair of binoculars. I mean, me and Jacob are out here hanging on the side of a hackberry tree in this wind looking for a big buck to shoot at, and y'all are taking inventory? I mean, come on, Mark.
The Give and Ride is being brought to you by Nomad. I hunt, therefore I am. CVA, it's just a better gun. Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable. Big and J, the aroma is super strong, the range is super long. Swagger, the bipod with moves. And Hoyt Archery, get serious, get Hoyt. This segment of the Give and Ride is being brought to you by Covert Scouting Cameras. See what you've been missing.
Well, here I am getting blowed around in a tree, hanging on the limbs, trying to keep from falling out. And Mark is sitting in a Tahoe, and a big deer walks out on him.
Well, while we were sitting there spotting, 7 does actually came across the road, and as they did, they crossed the creek, one of our bucks came off the hillside chasing them. So the wind's got a little kicker to it to the north, which is going to help us. We're going to walk up this dry creek bed, sneak out and see if we get a shot at him.
Now Mark finally decides to get out of the Tahoe, and he's gonna get along this ditch and sneak up on this deer. And as big as he is, you would be surprised at how good he can hide. Can't believe that buck we just bumped was the other buck, because he was still too small. And that one big doe keeps looking back this way, so I'm suspecting there's another doe and a buck or two over here. But we're at 250 here. We're out of range. And we're getting out of daylight also. You can see that doe on the bottom. She's still looking this way. Every time I go to make a move, there's a bucket of doe chasing in this creek bottom here. I need to move up 50 yards further to see what's going on over in that corner, but every time I do, we have deer coming from this direction, so we're kind of pinned down. Tyler, there's one right in front of us. Is that a shooter? Huh? Matt, 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 Matt. Come on, good now, right there. Attaboy. Yes. He's not the biggest deer, but I gotta tell you, that is one happy deer for me. I am just stoked. Tyler and I, like I said earlier, we probably hunted 21, 22, 23 days without getting a shot at one. And tonight, everything went wrong. Winds up to 25 mile an hour sustained, as you can hear. They're just blowing everywhere. So we couldn't get in any of our stands because they're west wind, a direct west wind, not northwest, not southwest. And
We waited for these does to come out into this field, and they were coming out every night, but different bucks, none of the big ones. The big ones were coming in after dark. And all of a sudden, this creek bottom had just turned into, there must be a couple of hot does in here. Everywhere we turned, we kept getting pinned down. 3 or 4 small bucks, and then he finally just come out of nowhere. Bam! Yes, Tyler, finally. He's out. He's toast. His legs really weren't under him, so. Sweet, this is the best part. This is the best part, the 3 G's. Grip, grip, and grin. There we go. Again, not the largest monarch here in Illinois, but for Tyler and I, of close to 21, 22 days of chasing deer, not getting a shot at any of the shooters we had in Iowa, Nebraska, and Kansas. This is sure a trophy for us this week, that's for sure. This is sweet. This is a trophy to us today for sure. So remember, never ever apologize for your God-given right to hunt. Sweet. I'm happy for my boy Kenneth, but I hope mine's 10 inches bigger than his.
This segment of The Given Ride is being brought to you by Rambo Bikes. Takes you places you've never been. And X-Stand Tree Stands. Rise with us.
Now, after Mark went on his scouting mission in the Tahoe and killed a nice buck, I'm headed to the tree to climb back up in this hurricane force wind to see if I can get lucky and kill a deer myself. This might be the windiest set that I've ever done in my life. I feel like we're about to get blown out of this tree. But in light of all that, we just had a buck walk across the field. It wasn't one big enough to shoot, but it was a buck. So it could happen if we don't get blown out of this tree first. Now, I'm not really feeling real good about this afternoon because, like I said, we're having gusts of 45-mile-an-hour winds. But I look up and deer start filing out in the cornfield. And lo and behold, Bone shows up. Several deer coming out right here. Oh, yeah. You see him right there. All right, now I'm trying to figure out how in the world I'm gonna shoot this deer at 140 yards without a prop. Luckily, I had a swagger on the gun. I was able to grab it, pull it into my waist, adjust it, and get steady. He went down right there, didn't he? Yes, sir. Woo! Man. Unbelievable. He was quartered away pretty hard. I put it right on his last rib. Let me double check, hold on. I think he's right there. I can't tell if he's an 8-point, if he's a 10-point. All I can tell is he's a good one. Rusty, thank you, man. Look, I'm not a gadget guy. I'm just gonna tell y'all, I'm just not a gadget guy. But you see this thing right here? This is a Swagger bipod. This afternoon, we had winds with gusts up to 40. I was able to take this thing, that deer was 130 yards. I was able to take this thing, pull it into my body right here, and was able to get steady as a rock and shoot that deer at 130 yards. Now, all I gotta do is take it right here, loosen it up, right there, loosen it up, both sides, tighten it up, just like that, pull it out, and she's ready to go hunting again. Cool deal, I'm telling you, that is a real deal. Yes! I love it. I don't care how old I get, I absolutely love it. Thank you, Lord, thank you. Mwah! I know he was laying right out here. Is that him right there? I think I see him. Oh, dude, he's a good one. Thank you, Lord, thank you. Oh, look at that. Let me put this muzzleloader down. Man, what a deer. Oh, look at that, would you? Pike County, Illinois, 10-pointer. Look at there. Man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I might live in Mississippi, but I can still count to 10. Super proud. Man, what a gorgeous 10-pointer. Woo! Thank you, Lord, thank you. Woo! Never, ever apologize for your God-given right to hunt. Oh. I get asked a lot what calibers of rifles that I shoot. Well, I own 2 Begars. I own one in a 6.5 Creedmoor and I own one in a 300 Magnum. The 6.5 I use mainly for whitetails, and my daughter and my wife hunt with that particular caliber. The 300 Win Mag I use mostly for elk, moose, caribou, bigger game like that. Any more questions? Hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook.
This segment of The Give and Right is being brought to you by Vans. If they make it, we got it.
Now, those of you that know me know that I love hot rods. So here we go. Start your engines. Listen. Oh.
You gotta warm it up first.
Oh, just like my old Bronco. It's about to be on.
You back up a little bit, it won't gas you so bad.
Man, that's my dream car. I'm fixing to go for a little ride.
I promised you a ride.
I'm fixing to take you up on it.
Bring it back in one piece.
I will.
You know you break it, you fine.
Hey, this is a 68 Camaro. I don't know if this is a real good idea for Ronnie to give me these keys. He is fixing to let me take a ride in my dream car. 68 Camaro Z28. Oh my goodness. They don't make them like this no more. This is so much fun. We're getting ready to go hunting this afternoon. And Mark is good friends with Ron here in town, and he has a bunch of hot rods. Last night he came over and ate supper with us, and he was telling us about he's got 4 Camaros. He's got 2 68s, a 69, a 67, and he promised me that I could drive one. This is the first time I ever drove a first generation Camaro. This is like my dream car. This is a 68 with a big block in it right here. I mean, just unbelievable car. Holy smokes. Anyway, y'all, we're gonna cruise around in the old Camaro, and then we're gonna go get in the tree this afternoon and see if we can kill a deer. So, I'm kind of speechless right now. Y'all know how I usually shake whenever I shoot a deer? I'm shaking from driving this car right now. So, we'll see y'all in the tree this afternoon. Kenneth out. Man, what a great trip in Illinois. Not only did Mark and I tag out on beautiful bucks, but I got to drive the car of my dreams. And it had a 4 on the floor. And I got to hunt with Craig Spencer. I mean, what else could you ask for? Craig and I haven't hunted together, and I couldn't tell you when. I think the last time we hunted together, Craig was 45 and I was like 8. I'm joking!
That's going in the lake. That's going in the lake.
You gave it to my keeper.
That's going in the lake, you know that. He's going to toss that.
You might get some good stuff in here. I know better than hand you a gun.
The Given Right has been brought to you by Realtree, Steerka, Dead Ringer, Lethal, Grizzly Coolers, Scent Crusher, Hoyt, Venter MSR Trailers, Bagara, The Bone Collector, and WinPro.
What are you doing?
Fill up.
I got a case of water in the truck.
This was free.
You are a redneck from Mississippi. Oh my goodness.